Hi, I'm Ferrario. I'm from Mtendere Mission Hospital. Nice to meet you.
Hi, we're from Team Monash. I'm Andrew.
And my name's Winnie.
Nice to meet you guys. So, I understand that you guys have some recommendations for us. So a couple of months back, we from Mtendere Mission Hospital came to you guys for help regarding our ordering system, which currently has like a lot of issues with it, and it's just not working out for us. So we're just wondering if you guys could help us with some solutions.
Okay, so we've had a look at all the processes we have in place, and we believe that they need to be changed around. So what we've proposed is a new 4-step purchasing process that we believe will improve the efficiency within the hospital.
Yeah. So could you go into a bit of detail about these 4 steps that you planned out?
Okay. So the first step we have is ordering. And in this step, we believe that you should be using an economic order quantity method to track and monitor your stock. So each individual department will have a customized spreadsheet, which is what they're going to use to monitor the stock.
Yeah.
And once the stock levels get too low, they'll send out a request to the inventory control department. Once the inventory control department checks the actual order request, they will send out an actual order to the preferred suppliers.
Okay, so could you explain why we need an inventory control department to send it to the supplier rather than just having the individual departments just send their orders to the supplier? Because it seems like it would save a lot of time.
We believe that by having an inventory control department as a middleman, they can actually check and they can actually review all the orders to make sure no mistakes have been made.
Yeah.
And as well as that, they can condense all the orders down into one single order instead of sending out 20, 30 orders at any given moment. They'll condense it down to one to send off to the suppliers. In doing so, they will also cut down on ordering costs as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the second step is the receiving process. So this is where the receiving department their responsibility will be to accept the delivery and just check the quality and quantity of goods ordered. They will check the purchase order number referenced on the supplier packing slip, and with that they'll just make sure that what they actually ordered was what they actually received.
Yeah.
And then the receiving department will enter all of this information into the inventory control department spreadsheet, and with that they'll just also put in supplier details and the exact time and date of the delivery just to monitor supplier performance.
Okay.
Yep. And then the third step after that would be approving supplier invoices. So this is the accounts payable department's responsibility, and so what would happen is that the accounts payable department will just match up all 3 documents. So that would be like your supplier invoice, purchase number, and receiving report. And once they've matched all 3, they will mark the invoice as approved for payment, and they'll just put that against the individual supplier record as well as the general ledger for like account.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the last step is payments. And in this step, you'll have the cashier and the treasurer. The cashier is the one who's responsible for sending out the physical payments, whereas the treasurer is the one who oversees the entire step. And once they've sent off the payments, they mark it off against the supplier invoice as having been paid. And once the supplier receives the payment, they can get rid of the supplier invoice altogether and then adjust the accounts payable account.
Yeah.
We've actually made a report as well that will detail pretty much everything that we've discussed today, and we've also just listed out any potential threats that may arise when implementing the system, and we've also just made a list of controls as well. That's all in the report, and we'll send that to you after.
Thank you. Alright, that sounds great. Thanks for your time, guys.
No worries, thank you so much.